Hello. I want to take a minute to go over some new functionality added to our Vicinity 4.32 release, which is our March 2023 release. Specifically, this isn't really a feature within the application as much as it is a feature to help your IT department, whoever manages your Vicinity installation itself. It also is helping our support group. One of the big challenges we have with every release that we put out is we always get calls from clients with certain error messages, all caused by the client, the workstation is not running the same version as the server. And in the past, what we've done is if you're out of sync with the server, we give you a warning message, but you allow you to go on in. And that can cause some real problems. In the past, this has mostly been a nuisance. When somebody tries to do something, it's not supported under their client version. Very rarely has it ever been any data related issues. But to that point, we added functionality so that when you start Vicinity, when the splash screen comes up, it compares your client workstation to the server. We've always done that, but now what we're doing is presenting this message, specifically telling you what version the server's on, as well as what version the client is on. And if those two are out of sync, then we give you this message. The screen you're looking at, the example you're looking at, is actually an odd example. It's just in my test environment where my server is an older version and the client is a newer version. We're just checking to make sure that they're both in sync with each other. Now, the user is not going to be able to get into the system until this is resolved for all the reasons I mentioned earlier. Now, one of the reasons this happens is when the workstation it goes to log in and there is a new version, we do have version checking going on that goes to the server and says, download the new version of the client. There are various reasons why this fails. It's typically because of security on the workstation, that the workstation is locked down such that new files can't be copied to the workstation. That's just a security rights issue that we can help you get through, but that's typically what the issue is. Also, another issue might be if you've made some changes on the server and we can no longer find that path to download that client. The other reason this happens is if you bypass the version checking and the download. That is actually possible. If you or your IT department, say, created an icon starting with the wrong file, that would actually load Vicinity without doing version checking. We'd still get this error though, by the way. It just wouldn't be downloading the new client. And let me show you kind of what that looks like. If I go to my application and go to my icon that I keep loaded out here, and I'll just go ahead and let's see if I can I'll just go into properties. This is the file, the target that it's going after. If you do a Vicinity exe, if you use that file, then it won't do your version checking. You need to be using Vicinity start.exe. That will actually do the version checking for you. Let me just show you kind of where mine is located. This could really be anywhere on your machine. We typically put it in something pretty common, and that is in the path, this particular path. Go down. Here's my Vicinity, and this is my client folder. So this is where all of the client-side files reside. Mine is in my program files x86. That's pretty typical. And then under that, I've got a Vicinity manufacturing folder and a Vicinity 4. Once you get down into the Vicinity 4, it should look common, but getting down to this path, it might be a little different for your workstation. Now, what I'm referring to here is we've actually got a Vicinity start. This is actually what you should be running. When you do this, what the system will do is it will go and look at the server, and if it's out of sync, it will download the new version onto your workstation. You really should be starting Vicinity using this application, this executable, versus this one. This one is basically going right into Vicinity directly and won't download the client-side application. So kind of a long-winded explanation to something that's trying to help both of us, all three really, your IT firm if they're handling it, the client, you, the user, and then also us in our support department. So we hope that helps. Let us know if there are other things that we might be able to do to help make your life a little bit easier. And thanks a lot and have a great day.